Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We've got an interesting review for this video. This is Steam Age Chronicles, Issue 1, The Clockwork Armor by Buzz and Roar Publishing. Now, it's a very interesting comic. They sent it to me, so this is a copy. Want to be completely transparent in that. It's illustrated by Declan McDemott, written by Stu Tighe, and translated by Alison, Piron, and Jason Pape. And that's translation's what actually makes this really fascinating and interesting comic. You know, most comics, really straightforward. You know, you just have your text, you read it, and that's about it. There's not much to it. What Steam Age Chronicles does is have a lot of fun with the language of the comic. It actually is in 3 different languages simultaneously. It's something very creative, very interesting when it comes to the comic itself. I mean, usually you'll get maybe a foreign language in the comic and something's translated somewhere else on the page, or they just have, like, brackets and it'll say what language it is. Now, Steam Age Chronicles is a little bit different in that it actually is the language of the text. So it's in Japanese and French and then English underneath. Now, the comic comes with this handy dandy translator that you can use that can put up to the text, and it goes and changes whatever the language is. Now, I'm not sure how good this will come through, but we'll kind of give it a shot. So maybe you can see some of it on a page, for example. I have no idea if this will work, but, crossing my fingers. The concept's actually really cool. It's really interesting. It reminds me back in the day of the stickers I used to get for, like, Transformers, the movie, that would have this sort of device with it, and then it would actually, like, show off the hidden picture underneath. There are some slight issues with it. It's at times a little bit difficult to read the translated text, but the concept, I think, is really neat. And what's cool is, if you are able to read French, you can read the comic without it translating at all. If you're able to read Japanese, you're able to read that, obviously, without translating at all. And then if you just know English, like myself, and horrible at foreign languages, you can go and check out what some of the translations are like. We can see the Japanese clearly here, and you can see it, like, slightly change, hopefully, with the nice handy device. So overall, I think it's a pretty cool concept. The story itself is basically a crew is trying to head to Japan to do some trading. That they need this young man to be able to translate from French to Japanese, and also he's got some history with it. It involves, like, the Dutch Indian Trading Company. And overall, like, it's a decent story. The translation, I think, is what the gimmick that makes it actually really kind of engaging and kind of fun to read. As you can see with the art, it's not bad, not necessarily maybe my personal style to it, but there's nothing horrible about the art. I think the creators of this comic were very smart to leave a large space for the text. It doesn't look like maybe normal speech bubbles that you'd see in a comic, partially because things had to be translated. I give some leeway as far as that. This is the first time I've really seen something like this done in comics. Years ago, Warren Ellis did something, I think it was SDK was the comic, that had a device like this that you could then find hidden stuff in the comic itself. But as far as the text and language of it, this is a first, at least for me, something that I hadn't seen. This actual device comes, and you can see it a little sticky. It comes in the cover of the comic, so this is one that you're not gonna have as mint when you're done with it. You can see I kind of maybe damaged the comic a little bit, but overall, like, I think it's a really neat concept. It's a great idea. I like it a lot, and I think Buzz and Roar Publishing has a really great, unique concept here. What I think is really great with it, and I would love to see explored more, either by Buzz and Roar Publishing or someone else, is be able to use this sort of concept to actually teach foreign languages. I think that's a really neat idea, and it's something you can kind of see here going through this. As I found myself reading it, I was going back and looking at the original, at least French, and trying to, match up words to what was going on. You'll pick up some words here and there because of that, so that's actually really neat. But overall, I like the concept. I think it's really neat. If you want something different when it comes to language, and especially foreign language and comics, it's worth checking out Steam Age Chronicles, Issue 1, The Clockwork armor. Neat idea, really neat and unique comic. Thank you, Buzz and Roar Publishing, for hooking us up with this copy. You can go and find some more of their stuff. They've got some sci-fi comics out there, and check them out at buzzandroarpublishing.com. We'll have a link underneath this video where you can go and go directly to them and check out what else they have. Now, if you're watching this video, it means you're probably into comics. You should go check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, where we keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, thanks for so much for watching. Keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.